Hi, I'm Natalie Huschek, founder of Dignity Project, DBA Well Grounded Coffee, and we're here at the coffee house, and we're going to have a conversation with one of our newer baristas, Miss Nikki. Hey, Nikki.
Hello. Hi.
I'm so excited. This has been a long time coming, right?
Yes, ma'am.
We've waited for this. We scheduled it, and then we had to reschedule it, and here we are.
Yes,
Yay.
here we are.
Yay. So I feel like we hired you, was it April?
Actually, it was in January.
What?
The very end of January, like the last week.
Okay.
I think Lauren and I were hired a day apart or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Longer than I was thinking because you had to pop out, and we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that in a minute. Whatever you're comfortable talking about. And so I feel like of anyone that I have interviewed, I know the least about you. Your childhood, or just, this podcast is turning trauma into triumph. Right. And so often when we're little, trauma happens to us.
Right.
So share a little bit about your beginning days and your family and some of the things that happened back then.
Okay. Well, for the most part, I had a pretty decent childhood. I had two best friends that I grew up with that lived across the street and next door to me from the ages of 6 to 28. They were my best friends. And
wow.
And then because of, my using, they stepped out, but that's, anyway.
So when did using start?
Well, it started around when I was 14, but it was just kind of like dabbling here and there, trying
just as a curiosity.
Yeah, and then in my early 20s is where it really took off.
Okay.
And I held on to those relationships like I barely held on to them. What am I trying to say? Like, I held on to them by the skin of my teeth for as long as I guess.
But you weren't living. You were living different types of lives.
Yeah. So, I guess where it all begins is in my early 20s. I started doing pills, and after I started meth for the first time, anything I could get my hands on, I would want to do. And my addiction really didn't consume me until I was about 28.
Okay. You felt like you were managing it.
Yeah, then. I was able to get by here and there. Like I would cut back, but I was still doing it, but I wasn't addicted to anything yet.
And you were holding a job, or?
Yes. Okay. I've always waited tables, so I always had like a restaurant job, and I always had a boyfriend, and then I had my family too. Like I lived with my mom for a long time into my early 20s and stuff.
So think about when it turned from a curiosity to a kind of consuming you. What happened?
So I always thought my drug of choice was methamphetamines, and then I had some friends that had some dirty doctors, and so we were able to get prescriptions to hydrocodone and Xanax and stuff, and like start selling them. And the only thing is, I couldn't sell them because they'd be gone by the time I finally make a sell.
Okay.
And then
so it consumed you.
Yeah.
It pulled you in.
Yeah, it definitely did. And then I started doing heroin.
Okay.
Because I couldn't get hydrocodones anymore, and I had become addicted to them. And I was on them for about 2 years, and it went from hydrocodones to Oxycontin, and I was able to maintain hold a job and just paying for because I was living with family still, so all I had to have money for was just to get off sick.
To get your fix.
Yeah, just to get off sick. And then I started doing heroin with one of my exes, and you always tell yourself. I mean, I know a lot of people can agree with me when you tell yourself, oh well, I'm an addict or kind of an addict, but I'll never use needles. Well, you say that, but then you do. Like especially if you're an opiate addict, you will eventually turn to fentanyl and heroin, and fentanyl was my drug of choice.
So at some point, did you realize that this is out of control? I am an addict.
Yes, and I was okay with it for a while.
You just because you didn't want to leave, you didn't want to change.
I didn't.
You knew how hard it was going to be.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's taken years. Like it's still it's taken me the last 6 years. I've been trying to get clean, and it's crazy how it's taken almost it just takes a really long time, I guess. If those that can do it right away, more power to you. But I don't know what kind of addict you are.
So what did you do to try to be? I mean, did you go through treatment programs?
Yes, I've been to rehab probably at least 10 times. I've gone to several different treatment centers, and the only one that really worked for me was Nexus, probably because it's not co-ed, and the other ones I went to typically were, and so there was always a distraction. I met one of my exes in rehab at Cinecor in Corpus Christi. But yeah, so things started happening in my addiction where it wasn't the only problem. Like it wasn't being an addict and addicted to something wasn't the only problem in the situation. Like I started hearing things, seeing things, but in my addiction that was definitely caused by methamphetamine psychosis and stuff. But to me, even still today, a lot of it felt so real. And,
so mental unhealth.
Yes.
Came out of it.
And an obsession. I started becoming obsessed with just like things like gang stalking and things that people don't believe are real and stuff. And it's been a long time to try to become healthy from that.
Yeah.
Because it's something I still deal with, that I have problems with. But because of God, thank God for God.
Thank God for God.
Thank God for God. Thank you, Jesus. Oh my gosh, for real though. Like I don't care how crazy I've ever been or ever will be. God has opened so many doors for me. I'm happy. I'm not like super happy, but I'm not unhappy. I feel inner peace. I always wanted peace, and I feel like I have peace of mind. I might not like act like it or sound like it when I'm trying to talk, like kind of like right now.
Joyful. No, but your personality is joyful. Like we laugh, right? You bring some laughter into the coffee house.
That's cool.
Have you always been that way?
I think so. Yeah.
Jokey and like enjoyed laughing.
Yeah, definitely.
So at some point you became homeless.
Oh yeah. So I was homeless a few times. I was lived in a van with with my ex, and sorry that I'm laughing.
Bring back memories.
Yes.
Okay.
Crazy. And it's like I would never do that now. Like, what was I thinking?
Yeah. Well, it's like you said earlier. You think you would never do something, and then suddenly there you are.
Yeah.
Circumstances or choices, series of choices, and so there you were homeless, and then the most recent time you went into a shelter called Austin Street. Okay.
Yes. So right now I'm currently at Austin Street Shelter,
but kind of second level.
Right. I'm at I don't stay at Austin Street Shelter. I stay at Sisterhood, which is a part of Austin Street. We're around the block from there, and
so it's a little more stable.
Definitely, yes. There's it houses like 40 women, and then we have a north side and a south side. The north side is with women who work, the women who go to work, and then the south side, obviously the ones who don't.
Yeah.
But and so there's only 10 of us, so it's a lot easier than 30, having to be on the other side. And I love my sisters very much. Like there's not one person there that I dislike or have any problems with. And
I think you're easy though. You're easy to get along with.
Thank you. Thank you. I try to be. Well, but it's definitely helped me grow, especially our security guard, that Miss Carolyn. Like she's no longer there, but they changed their contract, whoever they did security with, and so three of the ladies that three of the security guards that used to be there no longer there, and they all were very beneficial to our growth and development as becoming an adult.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so pretty good childhood, but then curiosity led to more and more drugs, and somehow then you're homeless, and then you're at Austin Street. So how did you find Well Grounded Coffee?
Oh, so I go to Lake Point Church, and my sponsor, let's see, let me think for a second so I can put this into words. How so Kathy is my sponsor, and I met her at through her and my grand sponsor coming and carrying the word, or doing Celebrate Recovery on Sunday nights at Austin Street, holding it there, and I met them, and they took me to Lake Point Church, and so I've been going every Sunday, and I met Jessica, and she is one of the leaders in my life group.
Okay.
And
who is also a barista.
Who's also a barista here, and one of my favorite people.
Me too.
And I love all my coworkers very, very much.
Shout out.
Shout out. And okay, well, since I'm doing shout outs, I do want to shout out to Miss Stephanie and Miss Shayna. They're my case managers at Sisterhood.
There you go.
And I asked for permission, so they said yeah. So
nice.
And hi to all my
your
friends
sisters.
and sisters. I love y'all. Now back to where I was.
So Jessica says
Thank
to
you,
you,
Jessica.
I'm working here. Maybe you should. We're hiring.
Well,
or whatever.
so I heard her one day talking about it in group, and she was like in the beginning of life group, we'll say what we're thankful for or something that's happened, and I think she had she was saying something like that, and I was like, oh, that job sounds really awesome. I think something related to a car matching or something.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, sign me up. Where is that at? And I mean, I wasn't being serious, but I was like, that is cool though. I like the thought of it. And then my sponsor messaged Jessica and asked her about it. And then Jessica, I guess, told her to tell me to come on in and fill out an application. And I did.
There you go.
And
so around January of this year, 2025, and you're training, you're doing well, and your birthday was when?
March 22nd.
Tell us what happened. I mean, it happens.
Well, so I had been, my sobriety date was February 10th of 2024. And then this year in March for my birthday, I left Sisterhood, and I wasn't gone very long, but I went out again, and but I wasn't out long at all, and God was with me the whole time. In a couple of weeks, it was in a matter of weeks, I was back.
Yeah, so you had a relapse.
Yes, right. I had relapsed, but and I'm not trying to minimize it or anything. It's just I guess I'm just shocked too, as well, that I was able to come back so fast, because it does not happen usually like that. I came back so fast, and I have only God, I have only Jesus to thank for that, and I thank Him for everything that He's done for me every single day, all day, every day.
Yeah, we have had baristas relapse, and I've never seen anyone get back on their feet, go back into recovery quite as quickly as you did. So that was exciting to see. We stayed in communication the whole time.
Yes, yeah.
Which was also good. And so there was never a lapse in communication. Obviously, there was a lapse of your working here. But you got back onto it, back through.
Yeah, and I started back in May. So I left in March, and then I started back at the end of May or something like that.
Okay, and you've been pretty on track, getting your feet under you.
Yes. Yeah.
So stabilization for you has been slow, really, in a way. We're still looking to find you housing that doesn't look like a homeless shelter. I know you're content, and I think that's you have a pretty content personality. But I think
I'm adaptable.
You are adaptable.
I guess that's one of the things that I can be thankful for, that I get from all that back then.
Yeah. So, but you have gotten off drugs. You've got Sisterhood let you back in. That was a miracle.
Yes.
Back to work here. And so all of this also has an effect on your mental health. But do you feel like you have 90% restabilized mental health?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yes, definitely.
Okay. And then we're hoping to have our own housing.
I know, and I'm excited about that.
Then you'll be in it.
I didn't want to pry and ask you. I didn't know what you were willing to talk about. I guess I could just ask. I don't know.
I mean,
why.
Nothing's on paper until it's on paper, right?
Right.
But we are truly hoping that definitely before the end of the year we'll have our own
housing. I didn't know it would be that soon.
And it'll kind of function like a sober living home, but it'll be like 6 or 7 of y'all looking out for each other.
Yeah.
And so we've been we've been wanting this for over 5 years, since
Mm-hmm.
before we even opened. So you'll be one of the pioneer
And I would love that. I feel
baristas.
something, a heavy, strong pull. I do. I feel like God's about to do
Like
something.
that's the right
It's got
thing.
some, yeah, like there's some doors that are going to be opened.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I'm really excited. I'm not trying to rush it because, like you said, I'm pretty content where I'm at. Just like I'm trying to save money right now as much as I can with,
Right.
and you know, and
And then maybe a vehicle in your future.
Definitely,
Yeah.
yes. That's I was thinking as soon as I am out of sisterhood that's something, and once I'm wherever I'm at, like I want to do,
We'll
because
do that
I
matching.
can do that, so I want
Yeah.
to do that. Yeah.
Get you a car. What kind of car are you gonna?
Oh, I haven't thought about that part
You have
yet.
a dream car. I mean, honestly, we usually get Hondas or Toyotas. You know,
Right.
like
Okay.
really
So I like
little.
Saturns, but somebody told me they don't make Saturns anymore, and I was like, what? But the kind of car you would be getting would probably be like, I think they stopped making them like in the early 2000s. So
Gotcha.
maybe they're around.
Who knows?
I think they're safe cars, is from what I've been told.
Okay.
I think. As far as I remember.
So hopefully that's in your future. So housing
Mm-hmm.
in a safe, supportive community.
Mm-hmm.
Hallelujah. That'll be such a great
Amen.
day. We'll do a ribbon cutting or something.
Nice. Definitely.
A vehicle. And then what other hopes do you have for your future?
Well, I would like to maybe do maybe go to school, but I would want to do it not for because I mean you can learn anything on nowadays, and rest in peace Charlie Kirk. He didn't go to college, and he was very smart man. But I would want to like do something like maybe a trade school like phlebotomy or something, because they offer that at like New Friends New Life, which is I'm not sure if you've heard of them.
I have.
But yeah, so they offer stuff like that.
Yeah,
And,
certifications.
One of my friends' sisters is doing it now. She's going to go through phlebotomy, and I think I'm saying it right, phlebotomy. And I think that's really exciting because I used to want to do that, or something similar, that's easy to get through the class.
Well, the sky's the limit. Huh?
Yeah.
So what is it like? What is it like on a day-to-day to work your recovery and wrestle with temptation of it? Am I on track? Do I want to stay on track? Do I miss that high?
Yeah.
Like, what is that
because
like?
those are questions that we do ask ourselves. It really is. So whenever I have, I don't really think about getting high. I just have moments where, for like a split second, like maybe if I'm on the bus, a thought will cross my mind, but it goes away. They're fleeting. They come and go so fast, and which is a big improvement, because if I was obsessed still, like I probably wouldn't be here right now. So, but life. I didn't know life could be. I didn't understand how people lived life when I was in my addiction. I didn't understand how you could be happy or not happy. I just couldn't understand anything about it. It was so surreal, and now that that I've been working the steps and all, like it's no joke. It's taken me many years just to get where I am right now mentally.
Yeah.
And I know to some people it doesn't seem like I'm accomplished at all, but to me, from my mental health, and I've come very far, and I'm really proud of myself.
I mean, you're an amazing barista. You're joyful. Everyone looks forward to working with you. You're steady. And man, yeah, you did have a relapse, but you got your feet under you so fast. It amazed me, and it still amazes me that you're so consistent, even with your struggles with addiction and with some mental health. You're here. You're smiling. You're interacting with customers. It is a big deal. It's a very big deal.
Thank you.
I'm really proud of you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So obviously you've mentioned your faith. Besides your faith in God, what else would you tell people? This is the thing that really stabilized me or really helped me. If you're speaking to somebody who's in addiction that maybe is thinking, how could I get out of this? Like, what words would you have for them?
Well, you always hear people saying that you have to want it, but sometimes you can just pretend to want it, like I had to do. I had to pretend to want it because I didn't really want to quit. But my main thing is your higher power is the most important part, and I say Jesus, but it seems to work. Everybody who has found a higher power within the steps, their higher power isn't necessarily Jesus, but for whatever reason, it just works with whatever higher power there is, which I think is really odd. But people make it work that way, and just believe in something greater than yourself, and don't give up, and take it easy. Take it easy. One second at a time, 1 minute at a time. You can't rush it, and don't overthink it. Just do it one day at a time, and make sure that you have to be selfless. You have to become selfless, and or attempt to be selfless, and have gratitude and forgiveness and love, and because that's really, I feel like the only way you can get through it.
Yeah. Other people, other sisters.
Yeah.
Awesome. Anything else you want to say to encourage other women?
Oh man, I'm sure there is. I'm gonna kick myself in the rear end because we're not thinking about it.
That's okay. You don't have to force it.
Well, just to those out there that are still sick and struggling, you're not alone. You are not alone, and I know what that's like, and it's a horrible feeling.
It's a choice every day, huh? Get up.
But you're not alone, and even if your family's not there with you or for you, you have God, and that's all you need.
Yeah,
that's all you need.
There you go. There's hope.
Get in your Bible.
There's hope. All right, well, sky's the limit for your future. We're so excited that you're here back with us. Please stay forever.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for joining us today for another episode of Turning Trauma into Triumph. Well, there we go. Barista Nikki. What a joy. We are so grateful that we have her here, and how amazing to just listen to her long, slow path toward recovery. So many of the barista stories are different. It just happens instantly, and they get into a program, and they start the recovery. But with Nikki, it also involved mental health. And even now, as she shared every day, she has to get up and make a choice to maintain her mental health, to maintain her sobriety. So we're proud of her, and she's such an inspiration. What a journey from trauma to triumph.